All praises to Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahweh Shai, Baal Shem Rakah Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Ravenstone. Shalom to the elect pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. With the hope of receiving mercy of Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the prophecies that are written in the scriptures. So with that being said, I want to make it known that the RFID microchip is the charagma written about in Revelation 13. The miracle drug is the precursor to the charagma. Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly call Jesus, is about to make his return upon the earth to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment as it is written. So I want to go straight into this lesson dealing with the devices of the wicked. Alright, now you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are ignorant of the devil's devices. And that this is why the Lord have rise of pastors according to Israel to feed you with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, to pull down these strongholds where your enemy have cast about you, round about you. You see me? The covering and pull over on the eyes that you can't see what really transpire, You see me? Because wisdom and knowledge is going to be your stability in the times to come. That's why the Lord have risen up men with understanding to warn you of the times to come. Because we are heading into a time that have never been upon the earth, Such chaotic times in which even when we declare them, it's going to be much worse than what we are seeing. So this is 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. Let Satan, which is our adversary, should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, We are not. We are not. And devices right here says a plot is a plan, What is that plan? Matter of fact, just because I said that, let me go for it in my sword. Because it's a plan against you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Turn 2 verse 11. So the Greek word is noima. It's a mental perception, thought, an evil purpose, that which thinks, the mind, thought, or purpose. And this is Esau's purpose, These are things we think about, These are him thoughts we have, what am I going to do to you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, So it's a by implication, intellect, disposition. So it's a device, mind thought. Let's go into the root of that. Perceive with the mind, to understand, to have understanding, to think upon, heed, ponder, consider. So this is what Esau doing. He might consider how he might go catch you in this trap, Why did them unleash something out in the populace, in which them could implement all their various mandates, their measures, and something more deadly is coming, which are going to shake up the whole fabric of society, And they have been warning about it, From some of the chiefest of the deceptionists, from Bill Gates to Fauci, you see me? They have been saying these things, They have been prophesying about these things because they are the ones that are bringing these things to pass. Because this is where Yahweh Shem Shai have foretold that it's going to take place upon the earth, and them have vessels to carry out these actions, So without foreknowledge of the devil's devices, you're going to be caught in his trap, So let me Run a clip so you understand what's going on around the world, yo.
Depression. There are various shocks hitting the economy at the same time right now.
Your Excellency, are you ready for a new world order? And so I think we have to go deeper. And it's not about the US versus China. It's about what underpins a world order is always the financial system. I was very privileged. My father was an advisor to Nixon when they came off the gold standard in '71. And so I was brought up with a kind of inside view of how very important the financial structure is to absolutely everything else. And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new one, the new accounting, is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on.
Put simply, blockchain is a permanent record of
Far greater control. Let me stop it right here. Far greater control, because we're heading in a time in society in which the way we do transactions, that's coming to an end, because the things they want to buy and sell, you see me, the government don't know about these transactions, yo. You see me, these illegal things they want to do, the government need to know about it. Every transactions on want to do right now, this measure we're in place to come online soon and very soon. You see me? It's gonna stop a lot of things, yo. You see me? It's gonna change the way how you do business. You see me? How buying and selling is structured. Because this lady gonna explain more about this blockchain technology in which everybody are gonna be upon a grid, yo. You see me? Everybody is gonna be upon a grid. Those that consent onto this system, yo, those that receive the RFID microchip, because this is where it's heading to, yo. You have precursors, you have gradual stages, you see me, before you reach to the chip, but them have to design the system before them push the chip. You see? Because once them design the system, yo, the chip is gonna just come in place, yo.
transactions linked in order or a chain to act as a timeline or ledger. And in Bitcoin's case, it's purposely decentralized. Central bank digital currencies can be blockchain-based or not, depending on the design.
It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance of power between states and citizens. In my opinion, we're going to need a digital constitution of human rights if we're going to have digital money. But also, this new money will be sovereign in nature. Most people think that digital money is crypto and private, but what I see are superpowers introducing digital currency. The Chinese were the first. The U.S. is on the brink, I think, of moving in the same direction. The Europeans have committed to that as well. And the question is, will that new system of digital money and digital accounting accommodate the competing needs of the citizens of all these locations so that every human being has a chance to have a better life? Because that's the only measure of whether a world order really serves.
But these cautious institutions are now buzzing with talk of a revolutionary concept, a form of money you cannot see, central bank digital currencies.
Don't come to any particular conclusion about it, but they say it could offer the general public a risk-free digital money that is free from credit risk, free from liquidity risk, would not replace existing digital money, but would be in addition to it.
Surveillance and privacy issues could arise if the central bank is able to monitor every transaction.
You know, it is being implemented across the...
Let me repeat if I didn't hear. Surveillance. You know what is surveillance? We're literally heading into a surveillance state, yo, in which all of your things where you do is going to be tracked and monitored. What you think out here in Jamaica them have Jamaica Eye? You think all these things are coincidence? All the banks around the world talking about CBDC? All the banks. Because it's the elites that run these establishments, yo. So let me go for the precept, because this is the time that we're heading into, yo. So this is Revelation, straight to the point. 13. I'm gonna start at verse 15. So it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, which is the system I wanna see I get set up right now, yo. Everything we just hear to make mention of, the blockchain technology, the CBDC, all of this is part of this system, yo, for this Internet of Things. You see me? So it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So those that are against the system, yo, you are being put on a list as we speak. Those that didn't take part in that trial experiment what day, you're on the list as we speak. Because Esau's making a record of all those that are against him with this agenda, yo. And it's going to be implemented by force, as the scripture does demonstrate, yo. Verse 16, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And to people, that's far-fetched, but these are things that are already being done. Look on Sweden right now, yo. That's what them run with, yo. RFID microchip and NFC technology, yo. People already start put these devices in their hands. Just imagine when the state push this narrative, yo. Verse 13, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, showing you that there is gonna come online a system in which you cannot buy nor sell. So your normal way of transaction, you using your local paper currency or your bank notes. Let me put it that way, because it don't have any value. Your bank notes, you know, to buy and sell is gonna be none and void, because you have to be upon this grid where Esau and his allies are setting up, yo. So let's read it one more time. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And we're constantly telling you that this is the RFID microchip, man. Elon Musk tell you about the brain chip we might develop, yo. You see me? Brain computer interface, yo. You see me? But hey, we have been warning you so-called niggas, Hispanics and Native Americans, and the scriptures tell us in Matthew 22, so I make light of it, yo. On no regard what we are saying. You see me? On so now have no jobs to go, on traded to do, you know. But in the times to come, yo, if you're not part of this system, you're gonna be put to death. But let me tell you this day, yo, it's better to die refusing to be a part of this system than to live in this system in which you're gonna suffer a worse death than you believed, yo. So hope this is edifying. We don't want to say Kalalal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Shalom. Let me run piece more of the clip.
China's experiment is very large scale. When the world arrives in Beijing next winter for the Winter Olympics, they are going to be using the new digital RMB to shop and
Man, if you catch that, just go well now. You know what I'm saying? They're going to use the new chip, and then him start, so he must say. Because him in himself, in him consciousness, know that the chip is coming, you know. Because the chip wasn't way man speak about, but to him know it's coming, him almost make mistake and let the cat out the bag.
They stay in hotels and buy meals in restaurants. The world is going to see a functioning CBDC very soon, within the coming year.
Well, so far, Visa and MasterCard are already offering central banks around the world that have goals or ambitions of moving